What's up everybody, my name is Sankus, and in this video I want to show you how I made this weird metallic rhythmy sound here. It has 4 macros set up to kind of mess around with it and give it some variations. I'm not sure why I didn't name this 4th one. I usually name all of them, but anyways, so it's a pretty cool sound in my opinion. Kind of Twine inspired. If you're not familiar with him, he has a lot of crazy comb filter based kind of sounds. And this sound here is made up of 2 pretty basic shapes and then a custom wavetable which I made. If you don't have this wavetable, you can find it on my website, soundsbysankus.com. But it's pretty easy to make. It's basically just a sawtooth wave, a square wave, excuse me, being FM'd by a sawtooth wave that is up by 7 semitones and resampled. It's pretty easy to make, so I've made a couple of videos on how to resample inside Serum and make wavetables like that. So all you really need is a screechy FM'd wavetable like this. And again, pretty easy to make, square modulated, FM'd by a saw that is up 7 semitones. And I basically used that together with the sub oscillator on a sine wave to give it the sub, so 2 octaves down, and modulating the level here with LFO1. This is going to be the main kind of volume automation modulation here. It's set to envelope, or you can set it to trigger if you want it to repeat. Personally, I like it on envelope, but of course, again, we can set it to trigger 1/4 and just kind of ended it early to kind of make it short and tight and snappy. And we also, on the main envelope here, we have the attack up a bit, the decay down quite a bit, sustain up, and then a little bit of release there. So kind of making it fade in at first, and then yeah, just kind of swelling it out as well. And so this 5th FM kind of wavetable here is being FM'd once again by the sawtooth wave. So there's all kinds of FMing happening here. It's technically FM'd twice, once in resampling and then once again here in the patch. And we're modulating the FM a bit with the second LFO, which is 1/2, set to triggered. So kind of cycling through it a little bit slower than the main LFO here. And we have LFO3 on 1/4, basic shape again, once again on the wavetable position. So that's moving the FM that's in the wavetable already around and adding to that screechiness. And of course, the main volume of this oscillator is being modulated as well by this LFO1. And the second oscillator is basically just, like I said, the sawtooth wave, the level down, so we're not hearing it, it's just sending a signal to the FM over here. And we have a filter here. We have the Comb L6 Plus filter, which is on our flanges, the 3rd one down. Pretty interesting filter, and we're modulating the, let's see, what are we doing here? The Madness macro is on the cutoff, so when we move this around, we get different kind of comb filter artifacts, those different kinds of metallic pitches. And the resonance and LP frequency are up all the way. If we bring this down, we have a flat line. So I brought it up all the way, brought the drive up a bit as well. And so we're doing some crazy stuff like that. Without it, it doesn't really have that crazy texture. Well, I guess it does. It just adds to it and gives us the ability to kind of move it around. Pretty interesting how it still kind of has that sound with without the filter. Yeah. But anyways, then we have macro 1 on the FM amount as well. Same place where the LFO2 is over here, so we can move that around and get different kind of FM what's the word I'm looking for? FM amounts, I guess. Intensities. So again, I like to be able to just twist knobs and kind of change up the sound in between, especially when I'm writing a track with it. It gives me more variations and more versatility for this sound. So moving on to the effects page, we have the typical hyper and dimension expansion, kind of making it wide and modulating the mix of the hyper and dimension with macro 4. That's what it's doing. So we have a reverb macro and we also have a space macro. This one I forgot to name, but this is pretty much what gives it that wideness and all that dimension. So you can hear all that crazy short delay that's stacking up there from the dimension and a bit of the reverb as well. So that's pretty much what's happening here, basic setup. We have a flanger with the rate down and depth, feed, and phase pointing to the right. And we're modulating nothing with an LFO here. Actually, we're modulating the mix with LFO1. And then we have the... where is it? We have something on the phase. Just trying to figure out what it is. There we go. It's the madness knob that's on the phase here. So that is going to get us different kinds of pitches as well. Because we have a lot of feedback in this filter here, in this flanger. So that's just turned down a little bit less. I'm mixing in with the comb filter here, and again the phase is going to get us different pitches from this feedback. And I kind of like how that all comes together. So then we have a chorus as well, with the rate down a bit. Delay 1 at around 50, and delay 2 all the way down, depth all the way up, feed all the way to the left, kind of. And mixing in the, well, modulating the mix with the macro 4 again. So same thing that's on the mix for the hyper and dimension expansion. I have a bit of reverb here. Everything's basically pointing to the left side here, and we're modulating the mix with just the second macro. It's cool to be able to just modulate the reverb like that and turn it on and off whenever you want on the fly. So kind of a nice thing there. We have the compressor as well on the multiband mode here with the threshold at around 27, negative 27 decibels. Ratio is at 3:1. Attack is up a bit, release is pointing to the left, and the gain is up quite a lot since we have the threshold up quite a bit. So squishing the sound quite a lot. Just trying to kind of tame it and keep it from peaking out while still keeping that perceived loudness. And the mix is all the way up for the compressor as well. Then last but not least, we have the frequency over here being modulated with LFO1. That is just a little dip here in the EQ. Just kind of sweeping through. Subtle little touch to add some more kind of filtering to that. And then this over here is basically not doing anything. So that is basically the patch there. And again, to get that kind of wavetable that we have here, you basically just want to select a sawtooth, a square wave, something like this, and then you want to take a sawtooth wave, bring it up by 7 semitones, and you want to FM it, and then just basically mess around with different FM intensities, different octaves on the second oscillator, and different kinds of modulations. And you basically modulate that and then resample it into an oscillator, and that's how you would get that kind of modulation, that kind of wavetable. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, I appreciate you watching. With that being said, I hope you guys have a great day.